When I was in elementary school, we had a day called Student Teacher Day, and the teacher would pick a random student to be the teacher for the day. I always hoped and wished that I would get chosen, and I never did. Who would have thought that in college I would get a day like this? Today I will be going over Robert F. Kennedy's speech titled Remarks on the Assassination of Martin Luther King Jr. Now, this speech did have a few minor faults, but overall it was well delivered. I will be going over word choice, organization, and preparation, and numerous other speech characteristics found on a PDF titled How to Evaluate a Speech, found on Professor Johnson's Brighton Stratton online classroom. It states that these are important characteristics of giving a speech. I'm not going to go over all of them, but quite a few. The first one I will go over with you today is word choice. It was professional and appropriate. He used words everybody could understand. For example, he stated, Martin Luther King was shot and killed tonight in Memphis, Tennessee. MLK dedicated his life to love and to justice between fellow human beings. He died in the cause of that effort. Him saying that there was no gore and it was very understandable to the general public. So everybody could understand it. The next thing I will be going over with you today is his organization. Now, it wasn't the worst. He didn't go from one drastic topic to the next drastic topic, but it could have been a lot better. There were no transition statements, and the opener did not discuss the main points he would be going over in his speech that day. The next thing I will be going over is preparation. His preparation was okay. He knew what he was talking about. He was very confident, but he did stumble quite a couple times. I counted at least 5 in about a 5-minute speech, so that could mean he was ill-prepared or just nervous. The next thing I'd like to talk about in his speech was his sincerity. It was wonderful. You could really feel that he cared and that he was sincere in his speech. An example would be him saying, I would only say that I can also feel in my own heart the same kind of feeling. I had a family member killed, but he was killed by a white man. In this statement, you can hear the pain, and you can see that he was trying to bring something personal from his own life to incorporate into his speech, showing that he was sincere. He also spoke very slowly throughout the speech to let his audience digest what he was saying and showed that he was empathetic towards what they were feeling. The next aspect I'd like to address was his opener and his closer. There is no good way to open a speech about a murder. It was drawn out, and he waited till the end to give the main point, which was good, but he also should have addressed the main points he'd be going over in his speech. His closer, I would say, was amazing. It was perfect. He ended with a new thought, and that was that they should all live together in peace. He addressed the main issue again, so it was a sound ending, which was very smart on his part. Because in the book titled The Art of Public Speaking by Stephen E. Lucas, it states, Great is the art of the beginning, but greater the art is of ending. That was a quote by Longfellow found in the book titled The Art of Public Speaking. The next thing I'd like to go over is his manner. You could see he was sincere, he clearly cared, he had confidence in himself and what he was speaking about. He never hesitated or stumbled when he was going over the fact that he wanted them to take out the wisdom in what happened instead of the pain. He wanted them to live together in peace and put what happened in the past just like MLK wanted the people to do. So in conclusion, today we addressed the characteristics of speech in RFK's speech on the murder of MLK Jr. His word choice was very good. His organization definitely could have been better. Preparation was really good. Sincerity, definitely there. His opener could have had work. His closing, amazing. And his manner was very good as well. So finally, overall, his speech was good overall, but had minor improvements if he had a chance to redo it. What would you do differently if you had to give this speech?